I knew it wouldn't, hurt my chances of being able to come on. I knew you'd take it as a compliment.
Oh, and then you posted our price. I read it on the air. We have no loyalty. You posted it online, and I read it on the air. I said, let's see, hang on, hold on. Where is it? Where's your text? Hang on. You said, whore, I'm on your show tomorrow, but I'm in Massachusetts, so you won't have to make coffee for me. Not that you would have anyway. And I said, of course not. You have a vagina, and I'm a handmaid's tale.
Yeah.
Whore. Yeah. So
you're foot soldier of the patriarchy. Well, here's my coffee. I'm here.
Yeah. Thank God you made it yourself. So, Jen, we got to ask, first of all, we were just talking off air about Twitter. So I can't. Trump has technically been reinstated. He did this Twitter poll. Elon Musk is like, vote on whether Trump should be back. And then reinstated him. But we were saying it would cost him apparently millions if he does.
Right, because of his agreement with Truth Social.
Yeah. So who cares at the end of the day? I say don't cede the public space, the information space. I'm not leaving. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm not leaving only because it's not that I spend a lot of time there, but I have built up such a following, and I don't know, what if it all gets better suddenly, and then, how will I ever get Chrissy Teigen to follow me again? But I also think, you mentioned, because I was thinking Trump's self-control is pretty amazing, that he hasn't tweeted yet, but then you mentioned, well, he's under contract with Truth Social. But when has a contract and the threat of having to pay millions ever stopped him before? Like, once you're 50 billion in debt, like, what's a couple million? So I still stand by that his self-control is pretty
it might not
awesome.
Might not last through the end of today. I hear you.
Yeah, it might not. But maybe he really doesn't want to be, maybe he thinks of it as a loser thing that he doesn't want to be part of. It's not like he's on Facebook and TikTok and everything else. I mean, maybe he's over it. I don't know. I really, for once, I cannot guess his next move.
Right. Kanye's back. He just posted shalom and a smiley face. So that magically erases all the previous anti-Semitism. That's how that works.
He needs to be tweeting from a comfortable, padded room. Someone needs to get him help. Yes. I mean, this is just...
Yeah. You and I went to Catholic school, so it's like whatever you did, it's just say to...
I didn't go to Catholic school.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, I thought you did.
No. Oh. Public school. I grew up Catholic, but we were casual Catholics.
Oh.
We go to the short mass without the choir because it's shorter, 45 minutes, in and out. Then you go to Dunkin' Donuts. No.
And not a trace of Latin.
I just meant no matter what you did, it was just say, two Hail Marys and an Our Father, and you're done. So that's what it is. Apparently, if you just post shalom with a smiley emoticon, that erases. Yeah.
That's his Hail Mary. I know my mother used to say, the Kennedys are Catholics, so no matter what they're up to, they will be forgiven by Jesus.
If only my dad had known at the Nuremberg trials that Goering could have just, if he posted shalom with a smiley face.
Sure, that erases it all.
Yeah, be like, oh, it's okay then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know. Too bad the Nazis didn't have Twitter.
Well, they do now. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, wow. What? Hey, come on now. You said, I hope when Twitter dies, it's like the 1970s when TV had dead air in the middle of the night, but 5 minutes before it went to the rainbow pattern of high-pitched sound, there was a montage of American flags and buffaloes roaming to the tune of Star Spangled Banner. I think that's a good idea. And then it's like The Sopranos, like just, or HBO, right?
Just goes black.
Yeah. Right?
I miss those days when there was definitely just a time of night when there was nothing to look at.
Yeah. Yeah. That used to happen.
Now there's too many choices.
Right.
Yeah, now I can go on Twitter at 1 a.m. when I have insomnia and make it worse by getting angry at Kanye West tweets or waiting for Trump to say something.
Exactly. All right, Representative Adam Schiff on Trump being back on Twitter, real quick.
I think it's a terrible mistake, and you're absolutely right. As we showed in the January 6 hearings, the president used that platform to incite that attack on the Capitol. His comments about the vice president, his own vice president, put Mike Pence's life in danger. He showed no remorse about that. He continues to lie about his actions on that day. He talks about pardoning the people who attacked police officers and attacked the Capitol that day. And it contradicts what Elon Musk said, that he was going to establish a council to evaluate this.
Yeah, I guess that council was very fast acting.
It was a suggestion.
Yeah.
The council.
Okay. All right. And one more, Adam Kinzinger.
The fact that he did it with a poll of which, however many percent of those could have been bots that aren't real people voting in that. Mm-hmm. Secondarily, I don't know if, that decision should be made by some poll. I mean, and by the way, I'll say as a quick aside, the person probably the most upset today is Devin Nunes because this is going to tank Truth Social if he does in fact leave.
To me, then I just don't care. I don't. Yeah. We were saying, because I'm a techno spaz, Twitter doesn't look any different to me, and I'm not seeding the fight. Like I don't know whether I've muted everybody that annoys me already, but anyway.
It doesn't look that much different to me. I feel like nobody sees what I write, or it could be nobody cares and everyone's muted me, which is entirely possible. But things don't get a lot of engagement, but I also don't care. Like, I don't need it for anything. It's like extra. I like to read stuff. The posting is not that important to me.
Yeah. Mike Pence is remarkably chill for somebody having put out a hit on him. I feel like doing that to like you and Paula Poundstone and some of my other friends just to see if you're still loyal.
No, we would not be chill. I feel like he may have,
except for the one time he tried to have me killed. He
may actually have been killed and now he's just on ice because he is as chill as a corpse. Like it takes him 10 minutes to answer a question. That's why that fly loved landing on him because he was going to be able to safely sit there for a while without any movement. But he's maybe a robot. Like I'm not into these conspiracy theories like lizard people, but I wouldn't look away if I found an interesting, convincing article that said he might be part robot or something or AI.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Could be.
I'd click through. Just to see.
Yeah. Just the tip.
Yeah.
I'd give it a glance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jen, you tweeted, I can't cope with Republicans even having control of the House by 1 seat. I'm tired of pep talks about how this is us doing better than expected. It should have been a crushing defeat. It's still not enough people vote Dems. We must begin addressing the faux aggressive saboteurs in our party. It is hard sometimes to think, how did anyone vote for any of these lunatics?
Well, I also think, too, like within our own party, we've got to get on message. And right now the message is save democracy. But, you have some candidates running on like super progressive expressions that scare people, like defund the police and this and that. And it's like, that's all great. And we'll all get to that. And you can even do that stuff without announcing it. But I feel like we don't have as much of like, I think we did really well this time, but we're not as tricky and strategic. Like, why would you announce things that scare people? Just shh and do them anyway. So that's what worries me is like I'm excited about empowering a younger generation. I just want to make sure they know how to politic and win hearts and minds to get the votes. And instead of saying, forget democracy, we need this huge progressive agenda, which we do, but we got to finesse a little bit. So I worry that we can't just look at Republicans and who's voting for them, but we have to look at we got to teach younger people about you can't have any of this good stuff you want without the democracy holding. Well, so that's what I'm focused on for 2024.
But that was the big story is that the younger people did turn out for this election. Now they're screaming at us, get off the couch, grandma, and vote, right? Because they turned out. Gen Z turned out.
Well, they need to turn out again. I don't want to hear any, but I voted 2 years ago. Got to vote again.
Yeah.
Every 2 years.
That's what Hal Sparks says. He knows people that love this country enough to vote at least every 2 to 4 to 6 years.
At least every other election.
Yeah. Every presidential election. Yeah, I need, and my sister works with younger kids and she said they're really excited about turning 18 so they can vote. So that gives me hope.
Yeah.
I do think it's the people in the 20s, 30s, 40s that, like you said, need to get off the couch more as well. But I'm excited for the people that are turning 18 that can vote in 2024. I just want to make sure they're not voting third party or anything like that. Let's get them voting Dem, the no third party weirdness.
Yeah. Well, see, every generation, you write a lot about being Gen X. We have our stuff. We were saying normally vacation week, we talk about dangerous 70s toys.
Yep.
But I did not know. Did you know, Jody, that kids could make a radioactive bomb in the 50s. It was for 2 years.
It wasn't
in
a
51. It was actual radioactive material. They got a little lab.
Yeah.
And
they could make a bomb.
It quickly got pulled from the market.
You could make a nuclear reaction. It wasn't necessarily a bomb.
Right, but it was
just
actually
a nuclear reaction.
Yeah.
Just a little radiation in the family.
It's a little science fair. It was a little science fair thing. And, yeah.
I had never heard about this. Well,
It was in the 50s.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about it
I wonder
either.
if there's any on eBay.
Because I thought nothing would top our creepy crawler sets. Remember where you would get the cast iron thing that heated to 11 billion degrees, and then you poured toxic material in it to make creepy crawlers? Yeah, I thought that was the worst. But then I
remember that.
I didn't know you could use
Shrinky dinks.
but they didn't. I didn't know that they got actual radioactive material
Oh, yeah.
to make a nuclear something.
There was radiation all over the place in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was a cheap
lots
gift.
of cancer.
Yeah.
And we've just harnessed it into a microwave, but they just had it willy-nilly everywhere.
Exactly.
I grew up with 3 Mile Island, and I can help you with that hump.
What hump?
Could be worse. Could be raining.
That's why you look so young. You've been radiated to
Yes.
I was frozen in Buffalo. Oh my God, I watched that scene and I was like, I had flashbacks to the blizzard of 77.
I saw people keeping their beer in the snow banks, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that is,
Yeah.
that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, 6 feet of snow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Jenny Cream ale coolers.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jen. I don't know. I know you're Massachusetts. I was just having some Buffalo flashbacks. Pardon me.
No, I remember the blizzard of 76 here in Massachusetts. I mean, it was 2, but there's a lot of pictures of it. And then
Little baby Jen in her baby snowsuit. I had that.
I miss snow.
I had the furry hat with the balls under my chin, which I'm pretty sure is
remember
why I
those.
turned out gay.